Sometimes being a comic book nerd pays off. For instance, did you know that there's a 4-issue Willy's Wonderland origin comic? It's true. Let's talk about it. So that's it. All the comics in the Willy's Wonderland universe. So far. So currently, as of 2022, there are only 4 comic book issues having to do with the Willy's Wonderland franchise. But they do happen to be a prequel story to the film itself, which basically act as the origin of Willy's Wonderland. So, let's get into it. So the Willy's Wonderland comic book begins with issue number 1 that came out in 2021, but didn't end up finishing the series until 2022. The story begins with a few homeless people that have taken up shelter within the Willy's Wonderland building. The old man of the group slaps the Weasel character to show the girl there's nothing to be scared of. Then, the Willy the Weasel animatronic not only retaliates, but slaps his head clean off his body. Elsewhere in the restaurant, the Gus Gorilla character ends up ripping off a guy's hand, then ripping off the rest of the pieces of his body. During the attack, one girl is stabbed in the back by Tito the Turtle, then slashed in the front by Siren Sarah, the fairy character. 2 years later, the man we come to know as Tex takes ownership of Willy's Wonderland as the sheriff and deputy look on. During the takeover, reporters ask about the murders, but Tex puts it off on a patsy. After that, we get a flashback of a family from years ago and a weird photographer that they've employed by the name of Mr. Willis. Back in the current day, as Tex shows people around the newly opened Willy's Wonderland, the animatronics are already trying to attack, but Tex just keeps shooing the people away from danger just in time. In another flashback, we see that same photographer, Mr. Willis, killing the entire family, including the little girl who initially runs, but doesn't escape. In the present, Tex's assistant Jed knows the creatures are all real, but Tex thinks Jed has the animatronics under control. In the flashback, it turns out that the photographer Mr. Willis was the killer that Tex blamed all the deaths on from years back. We then get a brief flashback of Siren Sarah's origin, where she killed her fiancé and his side piece on stage during a ballet performance. Back in the present, a good-looking young girl is killed by Artie and Ozzy. In the final part of the flashback, Willis, a now known serial killer who would eventually take on the form of Willy the Weasel, is sent to a mental hospital where he meets the first of all of his quote-unquote friends, aka the people that will turn into the other animatronics, beginning with Siren Sarah. Back in the present, Tex finds a young woman's body, and Jed tells him about Willis and friends possessing all of the animatronics. Ultimately, Tex reluctantly agrees to keep everything quiet.